Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new, make sure you subscribe, that way you'll never miss out on another video. Okay, so today we're going to be tapping into this new moon in Pisces energy. We have a new moon coming on March 13th, tomorrow, and it's a new moon in Pisces. If you've missed it, I uploaded a video, 5 things you need to know about this new moon to be ready for it. And this reading kind of goes deeper into that video according to the pile that you choose. So let's go ahead and choose. Pile number 1, the crystal geode. Pile number 2, the labradorite. Pile number 3, the garnet. Pile number 4, the angel aura quartz. While you guys are choosing, pick which one is calling out to you, which one you're drawn to. I do want to mention a few things. First thing is we're having a sale in my Etsy shop today, so if you guys are interested, head over there, check it out, browse, have fun. And second thing, we just did a Shiva Mahashivratri journal session over on Patreon. For anybody that's interested, we do journal sessions there, we do weekly readings, rituals, a ton of other stuff that I can't necessarily do on YouTube. I do over on Patreon for anybody that's interested. And last thing was, yesterday was Mahashivratri. And I'm going to be working with this Shiva energy for the next few days. And so if anybody is interested, I just want to throw it out there that this is a really great time to work with Shiva energy, especially that we have this new moon. You know, use it to your advantage. So with all that being said, let's start the reading. Pile number 1. Wow. First thing I want to mention is the crystal geode. I want to mention to you that this is something that I myself cracked open. It was a rock that looked like this on the outside. And you crack it open and look at what you uncover. I really have the feeling that this full moon, or not this full moon, this new moon, it's illuminating something within you that is very shiny. It's very alluring and attractive. It's charming. You're releasing your essence out into the world. You guys are forgiving yourself for something. Like realizing that you've punished yourself enough. People have punished you enough, and everything that you kept hidden, now you're releasing out there, and it's captivating. Look at this. Unexplained wonder. Magical blessings and miracles are occurring in your life. All your prayers are answered now. It seems like there was one last step in you moving forward, or one last step that needed to occur for a certain manifestation to happen. And that was this. That was you feeling like you've atoned for something, that you've forgiven yourself for something, you feeling like you don't need to punish yourself for something anymore. Guilt is released. Like, this is that kind of feeling where something is being released, and it's either through forgiveness, either you forgive yourself or you forgive someone else, or someone else forgives you, and it helps you release all this just dark essence that was within you. But this darkness was not something bad. I feel like this was such a huge learning experience for you. This was such a huge character build, strength building. You gained a lot from this. And so for a lot of you, the first thing I want to say is the black rose to some people can be evil or ugly, disgusting. But there's people that think the black rose is beautiful. It's art. It's just, you know, like, it's beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So I feel like there's a lot of things you find beautiful that the world would not. And you've always kind of beat yourself up for it, and you're no longer doing that. So this, for a lot of you, could even be like a relationship that you went towards or that you're in or that you're interested in may not be what everybody, agrees with. And you're just learning to just be okay with it. You're learning to love yourself even if people don't love you or what you choose to be, who you choose to be. We have the Hanged Man and the Empress. The Empress is growth. The Empress is cultivating something. It's fertility. It's growth. It's just a beautiful, nurturing, feminine, motherly energy. And I feel like whatever you guys are releasing right now, a lot of it does probably have to do with the mother figure, the grandmother figure, a feminine figure in your life. Maybe something that had to do with them, that had to do with, you regretting something or you feeling guilt for something that maybe you shouldn't be feeling guilty for. And there needed to be a change in perspective for a lot of you. There needed to be space and distance, time away, time apart. That was needed for all of this perspective to come into play. So a lot of you guys may have thought that maybe you were going crazy, but it's all falling into place why certain things happened the way that it did. It's just you needed to look at it from a different perspective. Unexplained wonder. Now we also have here the chamomile and the rose herb. So this new moon, I think that the universe and the spirits, specifically I've been working with Shiva energy a lot, and so I really feel like there's a lot of messages from his energy, which is romance yourself, you guys. Specifically you that picked pile number 1, romance yourself this new moon. Buy yourself something new, something sweet, perfume, candles, a gift, herbs, cake, whatever you like. Treat yourself to something as if you are the Empress or the Emperor of your own life. You have been through it. You've struggled. You're done. You're releasing it. You're done. Now you're only looking up. Chamomile, relax. Through this whole transition, you guys need to give yourself time to relax. So use rose and chamomile with this new moon. Any way that you like. You can get the dried herbs and put it in candles. You can make tea, you can get the incense, you can buy yourself maybe a rose scented perfume, maybe chamomile scented lotion, however you want to do this. But definitely there is a lot of energy of forgiveness and letting go. There's atonement and just releasing something that you felt like was dark. For a long time you felt like this was a dark thing within you, but as you start to release it, a lot of you realize it's a part of you. It's a part of who you are. It's a part of what you have learned and what's made you who you are. So it's a huge shift in perspective when it comes to what you've known and what you're learning. You're just like, wow, I was thinking of this in this way, and now I see it in a whole different way. With the Hanged Man, you see that? Just unexplained, and you find wonder in it. You find happiness in it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy new moon, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye. Okay, group number 2, or everybody that picked the labradorite crystal. Let's go ahead and see what this new moon is bringing. First of all, I see calling the storm. And for a lot of you, look, we have 10 of Cups right underneath calling the storm. So I feel like a lot of you are going through something or have recently been through something, because just because we're starting the reading off with this has already kind of happened. 10 of Cups, calling the storm, emotional storm. What just happened? A lot of you just emotionally just going through a storm, or have just recently been through an emotional storm. But the limit of that storm, I feel like the time limit for that storm was only meant to stay up until this new moon. Because look at this, it's turning. Look, disengage from outcomes. And we have the Magician right under that. really feel like there was something that was causing a lot of you just turmoil, just inner turmoil. You didn't know where to go, where to turn, who to talk to. And do you guys hear my cat? Let me go let her in real quick. So you guys know, I don't take anything as a coincidence in my readings. I take everything as we're opening up the channels to speak to the other side. So for her to start scratching, I feel like you guys are just scratching for something. Labradorite, this is the stone of magic. This is known as the stone of synchronicity, of coincidence, right? So, wow. I feel like you guys are kind of bored. You guys need some excitement. You don't want to follow the herd. I've been hearing that ever since I started like laying your cards out. Following the herd, following the herd. You guys don't want to follow the herd. And it's an emotional like conflict, because a lot of you, you're like, well, maybe I should just do this the way everybody else has been doing it. But then there's a side of you that are like, but I want to do this different, or I want to live my life this way. There's this conflict, you guys. We have single-mindedness, and then we have persistent drive. See what you desire and move toward that goal. It's time to zero in on your purpose. Use your intuition and instincts to guide you for the optimal outcome. Single-mindedness, choose your own path and what's best suited to you. It just seems like emotionally you're being pulled two different directions. What you need to do is disengage yourself from the outcome. Stop thinking about the future and what if this and what if that. You guys need to come into this present moment. The first thing you need to do is balance your emotions, because right now it's chaotic. You guys are just calling in the storm because you're not allowing yourself to rest and retreat, which is this number 4 card. 4 of power. Let me go and let my cat out. Hold on. Sorry, you guys. She's never really done that. But yeah, I just feel like this has a lot of just that kind of energy where you're all over the place. You're going this way and you're going that way. Like, you see how she came in and then she wanted to go. Like, you guys are kind of just all over the place. And that's just this 10 of Cups energy, which is emotional bliss in actuality. But we have calling the storm right on top of it. So you guys, a lot of you maybe even like receive emotional bliss, but then you just call in some kind of a storm. And a lot of you has to do with the memories that you have from before. So if something good comes in, a lot of you will sabotage it. You will call in the storm when you have this 10 of Cups, beautiful energy. Now we also have this herb Rosemary. So I think this new moon, needs to be some kind of work done where it has to do with your memories. You know, maybe past memories make you conflicted in future endeavors. So this is a great time to use rosemary and labradorite. You know, maybe sprinkle some rosemary in a candle and keep your labradorite crystal near it and just light it to get the energy of both of these things, to create magic in your memories and not have your memories call in the storm when something good happens. So that, you guys, is your reading. I hope that you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye. Pile number 3, or everybody that picked the garnet crystal. Let's go ahead and see what this new moon wants to say. So there's so many things here, you guys. Okay, the first thing that jumps out at me is this number 6 card, alone in the world. And then we have garnet. So for a lot of you, I feel like whether you're in a relationship or you're not, well, this garnet is super cold. Cold. You guys, whether you're in a relationship or not, it's a feeling of cold, ice. isolation, alone in the world. What's going on with you guys? Okay, let's start. Gentle moderation. Take your time. Pressure from others or yourself can be released by renegotiating what you're trying to accomplish. Okay, a lot of you guys may be feeling alone right now, or like you're fighting a battle by yourself, or like nobody's understanding you. Just alone is the word. Like, a lot of it is because you're not communicating what it is you truly want. A lot of it is because you're not expressing what you need. A lot of it may be because you're not creating the boundaries that you need to create. And a lot of that, if you go deeper into it, which is exactly what we're gonna do, is because you yourself don't know what your own boundaries truly are. Have you ever sat back and thought about it? When it comes to your time, what are your boundaries? When it comes to love, what are your boundaries? When it comes to trust, what are your boundaries? I feel like the situation that you're in your life right now that may be making you feel alone, a lot of it is, she's looking directly at the garnet. So garnet symbolizes passion. It's the lover's stone. If you guys hear that in the background, that's my cat. My boyfriend and my cat are playing. But garnet represents sensuality. It represents your sexuality, getting things moving, reigniting passion, lust, intimacy, root chakra, stability, making your foundation stable and rooted. There's so much of that kind of energy in garnet. It would be like if you were to use a corresponding herb with garnet, you would use things like cinnamon, pepper, spice, and just fiery things like ginger, things that spice, add spice. So I think a lot of you guys are feeling alone because there's things that you may be interested in, that you find fascinating and that you get excited about, and there's nobody around you that feels the same way. Maybe you're surrounded by people that are not interested in what you're interested in. Now the next card we have here is be sure that you're using your time in the best possible manner. Ooh. You might consider reviewing your goals. Your goals are changing. Maybe you're surrounded by people that have the same goals that you did years ago. Maybe you're surrounded by people who have the same goals for years and years and years, and you've already you've already achieved so many of your goals, and you're surrounding yourself with people who are still so behind. And maybe that's why you feel so alone, because it's not a vibrational match. There could be some fine-tuning in your lifestyle and your routines, your daily habits, your daily rituals. For me, I've been wanting to do a morning ritual type of video for you guys. I really want to share what I do every morning, because a morning ritual is so important and it's so powerful, you guys. And it has to be your own. It cannot be something your mom taught you, it could be if you resonate with it, but you know what I'm saying? I had to come out of that. I had to come out of rituals and stuff that my family taught me because they were very toxic. And so when I learned to create my own, I wake up every morning and I will light an incense on my altar. That is my morning ritual. Incense and ring a bell. And I love it. It fills my home with good energy. My boyfriend loves it. It's beautiful. So you have to create a ritual or an energy or something for yourself that is for you, that makes you feel like you're a little less alone. It makes you feel a little more harmonious with your environment, with nature, It doesn't necessarily have to be with people. We also have here the Emperor and the Knight of Cups. So we have the Emperor, who is like he is a very firm leader. He is strong, and he will discipline, and he will set the rules, and he will set the boundaries, but he will also be gentle and kind. And so I feel like that with the Knight of Cups is like opportunity is coming, and it's going to come fast. A proposal, an opportunity, a job, something is coming in. Now, what the message here is, when this comes in, you guys, when this opportunity comes in, whatever this is, right? When it comes in, you make sure that you make the time out and make time available. And the way that you act and you perceive yourself has to be, first of all, everything that you value, make sure you stand for it, okay? And make sure that you are firm in what you value, and firm in your decisions, firm in your beliefs, and also be nurturing and listen to other perspectives without submitting or obeying. You know what I'm saying? Hold your own, but also be open to listening to someone else. I think that's something that, keep in mind when this opportunity comes. And take your time. You take your time with this. So something's coming in, you guys. Take your time with this, and you guys are going to need inner peace to accept this opportunity. And it's a big opportunity. I don't know if it's a career, a relationship, a new house, I don't know what it is. You guys will know what it is. Use olives in this new moon time to invoke peace within yourself, within your heart, within your relationships, within your world. Garnet and olives. You can use olive oil in a candle and put your garnet crystal right next to it. You can use olive oil as skin oil. You could use it in your bath. You can make intention oils with olive oil during this new moon, and you can throw some garnet in there, you guys. Olive invokes peace, inner peace, peace amongst your home, your family, your business, your everything. So, olives, olive tree, olive leaves, olive oil, martini. That martini looks good. But yeah, that was your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye. Pile number 4, or the Angel Aura Quartz. This reading has got to be my favorite. It has the least amount of cards, but the most impactful message. Okay, group number 4. First thing I want to tell you is the Angel Aura Quartz. Instantly, we are connected to the divine. We are connected to higher source, your spirit guides, ancestors, deities, like their presence is known with this crystal. The next thing I want to tell you guys is we have mugwort. Whenever mugwort shows up, this is spiritual connection to the other side. This is your intuition open. This is your spiritual guides, your ancestors. Mugwort opens the doors to interact with them, to talk to them, communicate with them. And Angel Aura Quartz does the same thing. So these two coming together is big, you guys. Your spirit guides, spiritual team, they're there, okay? First thing we have here is blinded to pain. So I feel like for a lot of you, there is a relationship or a situation in your life where you are turning a blind eye to your own pain. If something made you feel bad or hurt, wounded, triggered, anxious, depressed, sad, left out, neglected, whatever it may have been, you turned a blind eye to it. And instead of stopping it, you allowed this situation or this person or this job, whatever this was, you allowed it to feed on you, basically. We have the 4 of Swords right here. I feel like you turned a blind eye to keep from conflict, to keep from fighting, to keep from quarrels. You turned a blind eye, you stayed quiet so that to maintain the peace. You stayed quiet to maintain the peace. And there was a conflict within you while you were doing this, you guys. We have... Wow, the conflict was growing and growing and growing, and I feel like for a lot of you, it grew into your adult life. I feel like for a lot of you, you guys have been doing this and facing this since you were a child. Could have been a narcissistic parent. Could have been someone that was just taking advantage of you. Could have been you have gotten into a relationship while you were young and realized that it was not for you. Maybe you were stuck in a job for a long time. I don't know what it was, you guys, but you're fighting back now. This new moon is this Pisces energy. Pisces are dreamy. So this energy is just going to show you dreams and visions of what you are truly capable of, what your truest potential is. And once you see those visions in your head, you're not going to let other people feed off of you. So you guys are going to see that a lot, where like these swords are going to come undone. And people are not going to be able to use you anymore and use you as a crutch to keep the peace. Like, I feel like everybody just used you as like where they put their sword, you know, like, if that makes sense. Like, you were the one to hold the peace, so everybody kind of just kept jabbing you, if that makes sense. We also have here seeing both sides. Take a step back and try looking at this from a different perspective. Yeah, you have been blinding yourself to your own pain and to what people have been doing to you. You've been excusing it maybe, or maybe just not saying anything, like I said, to keep the peace. But your intuition, the spirits, the spiritual world, your spiritual team, they're screaming at you, and you can no longer keep that blindfold on. And now you see that side, you see the other side. You see how they see so much. These sharks, they see so much, and I feel like you were probably just seeing one side of it. And that side, even, you were blocking your own pain. And now your spirits, they show you everything, and you're like, I was scared for no reason. Or maybe like, I was stronger than I thought I was. Or I didn't have to have this blindfold on. All I needed to do was swap the flies away. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we're just scared of doing something, but after we do it, we wonder why we were even scared in the first place. And that's where the Priestess card comes in, you guys. You're overcoming all of this energy, pushing back. You're no longer going to be keeping the peace for someone else. That's not your job. For a lot of you in this new moon time, you could work with angel aura quartz and mugwort. What I would do is get mugwort, put it in a container, get angel aura quartz crystals, and put it in that same container, and put it underneath the new moon and light a candle on top of it, and put an intention on the candle, write it. That is so majestic. It's so magical, you guys. The mugwort with the angel aura quartz, oh my god, that magic is something else. And it's so correspondent to Pisces energy. So if you tap into this, come on, you guys, you have Pisces up there, you have Venus up there, you got Neptune up there. It's a dreamy psychic abilities, intuition, spiritual, magical energy. Like, you gotta tap into it somehow, right? So for you guys, especially if you have mugwort and angel aura quartz crystals, work with them. It's priestess energy. It's the energy of you being in control of your divine feminine. You're nurturing yourself. You're nurturing what needs to be nurtured. You're growing what needs to be nurtured that brings you inner peace, and not the flies. You've been giving the flies their peace of mind. And your perspective is changing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you real soon.